everybody, it's Cathryn here. Welcome back to another episode of Find Your Way Back, where I'll be interviewing amazing individuals from the diaspora that have moved back to Ghana. Today we have a very, very special guest. He goes by the name of Immanuel, and we'll be here to chat with him about his journey so far in Ghana. Hi, Immanuel.
Hello, Cathryn.
How you doing?
I'm blessed and I'm
How's
highly
your Friday
favored.
going? Oh, you love that line.
Yeah, of course.
Blessed and highly favored.
Of course.
Loving
Of course.
it.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How's Ghana treating you?
Personally, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I feel
You
like
don't love it?
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like it. I'm getting to love it.
Nice.
Obviously, in Ghana, I feel at home. You know, I've got family here as well, so it makes everything easier. But honestly speaking, I truly love Ghana.
So were you born in Ghana?
I wasn't born in Ghana. I was actually born in London.
Okay.
However, I've always had that connection with Ghana because even when my mum was pregnant with me, my grandma came to London. When I was born, she was there. She didn't leave me until I was 2.
Okay.
So before she left, I was quite fluent in Twi. I started.
Oh, at 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
At 2. So in fact, my first few words, as I was learning, English from my surroundings, I was learning Twi as well, because my grandma's not too fluent in English, and Twi was the main source of communication. So for example, Kofi Braha, or Kofawe, or Tinase. So all these little things I was learning. Yeah. So I became embedded in Ghanaian culture from a young age. Basically, I remember my grandma gives me this story of she used to make shito, and from a young age I would always taste some of it, and shito's meant to be hot.
Yeah.
But then regardless,
It wasn't hot for you?
It wasn't hot for me.
Okay.
And I was always eating it.
Yeah.
So till this day, if, for example, I'm getting wache, it's only with shito.
No stew?
I prefer shito to stew any time of the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's my favorite sauce.
Nice. But have you ever lived in Ghana? Or did you come every year?
So when I was younger, so like I said, my grandma came to London, and she made my mum promise her that I have to come back too. I have to come to her as she's come to me.
Right, okay.
So when I was 10, I came to Ghana and left when I was 13.
Oh,
so I've
3
lived
years.
in Ghana for 3 years. I went to Ghana International School, GIS. I stayed with my grandma, and then after the 3 years, I went back.
So what was it like, those 3 years? 10 to 13?
To be very honest, I remember some of it, not all of it, but then I just remembered, not being allowed out much, to be honest. Because obviously you're young, you're in Africa, so there's not much that you could be doing within that age.
Of course. Were you in boarding school then?
No, it's not
it's
boarding
day.
school. So it's a day private school.
Okay.
And it was more like a diaspora school as well.
Right. Yeah, a lot of international.
Yeah, so there was a lot of international students. A lot of people that were there weren't actually born in Ghana, just like me. So it wasn't difficult.
You didn't feel out of place.
You could mix with them quite easily. There was people from various different backgrounds: India, Lebanon, everywhere, Canada, United Kingdom, everywhere. So it was quite international, as I was saying.
So when did you get that light bulb moment that this is when I need to move to Ghana now? When did that happen for you?
To be very honest with you, when I was in uni, I always used to think about it. And even before uni, I used to see, some of my family members do things, and it just made me feel like I need to go Ghana as well. Because I have an uncle that I used to live with in London, and then he left and became successful. So naturally, because you've seen him make that transition from London to Ghana, and he's made it, I used to tell myself at 16 that I could do it. It's something I would want to do, even if I don't get to those heights. Anywhere near what he's achieved is enough.
Yeah.
So from that age, I always used to tell myself that, I need to move to Ghana. So I remember from uni, I used to tell myself that, put measures towards eventually moving to Ghana.
So in uni, that's when you started your planning
process? So in uni,
process?
I won't really say I planned it.
Okay, you didn't plan
because I didn't really plan, I was too young to be thinking that far ahead in terms, or have the seriousness to plan. But what I did do is, anytime I made money, I made sure I bought an asset in Ghana.
Okay.
So I used to, every time I finished doing a rave, so in uni I used to do events. And every time I did events, I made sure that event accumulated into land. So whatever money that I got, I made sure that I buy land with it.
Hey, you're smart.
So to be honest, I didn't really know what I was doing at that time.
Okay.
So it's not like I had a superior business intelligence.
But not many guys think that way from where we're from.
My whole thing was, if I don't, I'll end up squandering it on clothes and women.
Right, yeah.
So the best thing to do is to invest in land. Obviously, knowing very well that the land will appreciate. I remember learning it in uni, actually. There's certain things that you buy, it appreciates. So I said to myself, I have to buy something that would appreciate over time and then secure some sort of an investment. That's basically, what got me thinking that, that's what basically started putting my hands in Ghana. I had 1 foot in already.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So how long have you been here? Like this move, how long have you been here?
So it's almost 2 years now. Okay. I moved here in January 2018.
Oh, January?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
time flies.
Yeah. You're right.
Wow. Was that the plan? Or you wanted to come for a year first, 6 months?
To be honest, I finished my master's and I thought to myself, you know what, let me just come Ghana. And then when I came, I obviously went to go have a look at the lands and whatnot, and I looked at how much I bought it for, and I looked at the value that it was today. And I started thinking to myself, I can sell this land, have enough money to build at least one house. Do you understand? And then after you sell that, you build another. But then, even though that was the plan, I later on realized that I can't just come in the market and just because you have the land and the land is an asset, you can sell it to make money, then you can start building left, right, center.
There's a whole process
There's a whole process, and you also needed to understand the market. You needed to understand what you're doing because it can go wrong. So I took time. I worked with family, and working with family basically gave me the guidelines of how to become a successful property developer, basically. I'm not saying I'm successful, but it was putting me on the path to do it. Or to achieve it,
yeah. So I've heard you say a lot about land. So what is it that you do here in Ghana? So
I'm into property.
Okay.
Real estate, so build and sell. So I started a company called Barton Homes. And Barton Homes were into real estate. So we build homes and then we sell them. Our price ranges from about $200,000 to $300,000. The whole idea is a lot of people do luxury homes, 750,000 and plus. But then not many people can afford that. So we decided to put a plan together where people from back home, from people from London, people from America can easily...
Anybody,
just anyone at all can basically say, you know what, I want a property in Ghana just to live or as an investment, but I've got this particular budget. So let's give them the same quality people have been given in the high end.
For high end, yeah.
And let's price it in such a way where it can be affordable to them. If that means going to different areas that are not, as developed as these prime areas, then so be it.
Nice. Yeah. So you said that's your company.
Yeah.
How many employees do you have?
So right now it's me, and I'm leaning so much on actually my uncle's company.
Okay. So you're working together.
So we're working together.
Okay.
So it's so how do I put it? It's the employees that work. So they employ about 1,000 people.
Right.
And I can tap into that. So I can tap into the project managers. I can tap into the finance team. I can tap into the marketing because that company owns a percentage of my company, Barton Homes.
Right.
And therefore, I'm able to tap into certain things that would allow the job to basically be easier.
Of course. It's amazing. So what is it like working with people in Ghana?
It's not as bad as some people think it is.
Okay. Elaborate.
It is true that Ghanaians are laid back. Not all of them, actually. Some people. So when I say laid back, it doesn't mean they're not go-getters.
Okay. So what do you mean by laid back?
So laid back is that they're more relaxed in certain situations. They take their time in certain situations. sometimes taking your time can lead you to the right path.
Okay.
Some people rush it and mess it up. So being laid back is actually not
It's
a
not
bad
a bad
thing.
Okay.
So, I mean, working with people in Ghana is absolutely fine. Maybe timing is a problem.
Timing, yeah.
So they could say
Ghana
2
man
o'clock
time.
and then they're here at 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, timing can be an issue. But overall, working with people in Ghana is like working with people in England.
Really?
Because they have a drive. The type of people that we're working with are business people.
Okay.
And they have a drive, they have this energy to make money, to make it big in Africa. The people that you tend to see that are relaxed sometimes are the people that have already made it, the millionaires.
Okay.
So where they going?
Yeah,
And what are you rushing them to do?
Yeah, it's time for them to sit back.
Do you see where I'm coming
relax.
from? So, I mean, working with people in Ghana, it's not as challenging as a lot of people may think.
Okay.
To be very honest, yeah.
So aside from property, real estate, is there anything else that Immanuel does? Or?
To be very honest, I do 2 other things. The other thing is to buy and sell cars.
Okay.
So the Uber business, for example, in Ghana is quite booming. So what I tend to do is I work with my dad, and
is your dad in Ghana?
He's in Ghana.
Oh, he's in Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we put some money aside, and we ordered some cars from Japan, from Korea.
You're saying order some cars, like you're ordering new trainers.
So I mean, to be very honest, the cars are not they're not your BMWs or Benzes, so they're not that expensive. With a few $1,000s or pounds, you can get an Uber car. You pay the duty and then you sell it off. So that's one aspect that we're doing. I'm still obviously investing into land.
Okay.
So anytime I get something significant, I still do that process of investing into land, knowing that in the near future it could appreciate, I could sell it and do something else with it.
Right.
The other thing that I do, I still do events as well.
Okay.
So every December, obviously, I have a lot of people coming from
London. So when you mean
London.
events, what kind of events do you do?
So it's more like social gatherings.
Right.
I used to call them raves.
The raves,
I don't think you can call
London
that.
Thing,
Yeah.
The raves.
I don't think you can call it that anymore. So social gatherings.
Right.
Especially in December. So getting to the end of every year, when people have come from London, I set up an event for us, and then we have
for
fun.
us, for your London people.
Yeah. To be honest, because most of the people that will come, a good 95%,
are the Londoners.
are the Londoners.
Yeah.
So that's those are the 3 things: real estate, events, and buying and selling of cars.
Okay, so in regards to everything that you do, we're aware that this year has been an interesting year for everybody. Yeah. How has Corona affected you? Has it affected you in the positive, in negative? What has it done?
So Corona has slowed things down.
Yeah.
It slowed things down in the sense that we were meant to build, but because of Corona, it's disrupted the time frame in which we were meant to build. However, I feel like with every curse comes a blessing.
Of course.
Even though we were not able to build, we did get a lot of clients committing to our project. So at the beginning of the year, we announced a project, 5-bedroom townhouses, but 4 units of these 5 bedrooms.
Yeah.
And it sold out.
Wow.
And we haven't started.
You haven't started at all?
Well, we've just about started.
Oh, wow.
So, we were quite concerned that, Corona's here and what we're going to do, we can't even build yet. But then, through all this, chaos, a blessing came about where, we have people that have bought all of it.
Without even coming to Ghana to see where the land is?
I mean, to be honest, the people that bought it were from Ghana.
Yeah, do they live in Ghana?
They live here.
Oh, okay.
So they've some of them obviously are diaspora as well. Right. They've come and decided to move here. And to be honest, aside from that, there's a lot of people actually from the diaspora that are buying property, especially people that come from England and Canada. Obviously America as well. So there's a lot of people that fuel the real estate demand here in Ghana.
So, Immanuel, you mentioned that in regards to land, it's mostly people from the diaspora who want to come back and invest in land and look at. So for someone who wants to move back to Ghana, do you think that that's a key step for them to do?
I feel like property is definitely a key step.
As a business?
As a business.
Okay.
The whole idea of buying land, waiting for it to appreciate, selling the land, selling part of the land, and then using some of the money that you sold to build, sell that house that you've built, and then keep the cycle going. I feel like it's very important. In fact, like I was saying, most of the rich people in Ghana are actually property developers. Well, a good number of them are property developers. So real estate is definitely a way out in terms of, looking to come to Ghana and setting up a successful or lucrative business. Real estate should be at the top of your list because there's many ways to get into it. You don't have to
have knowledge about it before. Okay.
I mean, you need some sort of knowledge, but you don't need $1 million to start it. You can have, let's say, £100,000, buy some land, it would appreciate, and then you start building. Even with £100,000, you can find certain areas in Ghana, buy the land and build, and then you sell. Once you sell, you move on to the next project. Keep buying land, keep building, and in no time you'd accumulate some money or some wealth because, moving into Ghana to do real estate. Like I was saying, real estate is, in terms of Ghana's rich list, for example, most of the people do real estate. So it's definitely a lucrative avenue, or it's a great reason for you to say, I'm moving to Ghana.
And tap into those spaces.
Exactly. So I feel like, real estate is definitely up there. One of the other things is food.
Okay.
Everyone is eating all the time.
Yep, everyone eats out.
Do you know what I mean? Personally, I prefer to go out to eat than
at home.
Have food.
There's no time. You're almost on the go all the time.
And it's just, but even on a night out, for example, you want to go somewhere, eat, and then, go out. So food, when I say food, I'm not even just talking about restaurants. I'm talking about, selling food in the market, agriculture. If it's pineapples you want to do, or if it's cattle, for example, poultry. Do you understand? Any, food source down the chain, from, the raw food ingredients to rearing animals to restaurants, to drinks, anything you can think of. Food is definitely a lucrative business in Ghana. So
everybody needs it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a great reason for you to, and I know some people actually that have done that.
Okay.
I know some people that have, moved from England, come here and, set up businesses. In fact, some of the people that buy our homes are of that nature. They've come, they've set up businesses here, and, they've got so much money. So they came, way before I did.
Okay.
And
so they're established.
They're established.
In the system, yeah.
They've made their money, and now they're looking to buy homes. So, yeah, I would say food, real estate, and a few others. There's actually many opportunities.
Many things.
Technology is, is a prime example. I don't really know much about technology, but what I do know, it does make money in Ghana. Because technology is about advancement. So there's certain aspects of Ghana's economy that's not advanced or not exposed to certain technology. Bringing that to Ghana can make you money. So I feel like those three things definitely.
Wow.
There's a whole list, and the three things I mentioned. That's not what everyone's doing, but at the same time, a lot of people are still making money.
Yeah.
Selling cars, people are bringing cars from Germany, from Dubai, from America, and they're making margins from them. So there's various options.
Oh, very informative. You're like an information pack. If you want to find out what you can do in Ghana,
just shout me.
Immanuel's the man. So, what are two things you love about Ghana or being in Ghana?
Let me see. One of the main things that I love about Ghana is the food.
The food. I knew it. Everyone has said the food.
I love
What's your favorite food, Emmanuel? Wache.
Yeah, 100%.
Every week? Every day?
Not every day, maybe weekends.
Yeah.
So wache, I love jollof. I love different type of Ghanaian foods, especially the meat, like grilled tilapia, fish.
Yeah. You're making me hungry.
So I love obviously Ghanaian food, plantain, all of that. One other thing that I love about Ghana is the fact that I'm being pushed by family to achieve greatness. So having my family around, is quite important. Some people come here and they don't really have much family here.
Yeah, it's just them.
Yeah, so my dad's family's in London, but most of my mum's family's here. So I've got my grandma, that I can go see. I've got my uncles that inspire me, my aunties that give me advice. Do you know what I mean? So I've got family. So the other thing is family and people. I love the vibe that Ghanaian people have. They're quite understanding, quite peaceful.
That's why people like us. People love us,
I
actually.
feel like the Ghanaian individual is an amazing person in the sense that they've just got a different vibe. In London, I remember you couldn't go out without there being some sort of problem.
Yeah. Here you don't get that.
There's no problem there. Do you understand? There's just peace. Even people that have very little are happy. They're so happy, So it's just a vibe that I get off, people in Ghana. It makes you at home. It makes you. They have this welcoming nature, this loving and caring nature about them as well. So I think these are things that I definitely love about Ghana.
Nice. Yeah. So on the other side, what are things not dislike, but what are things that you wish could be changed?
Things that I would change.
Yeah.
I feel like, obviously, moving from England to Ghana, you realise that there's quite a bit of poverty here. You see, in Ghana, there's two sides. There's the posh side. People are living life, going to restaurants, buying houses, buying cars. Everyone's in a BMW or Benz. Not even BMW, Benz. People are driving luxury cars, buying mansions, spending money, restaurants, hotels. There's that affluent life. But that's obviously mainly Accra. There's sections of the capital city and other parts of the country that are obviously poor. And sometimes when you're driving around, going from place to place, you do see it. Obviously, people begging. You see there's a certain level of poverty. So sometimes when I see that, it dampens my mood a bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at obviously people suffering, and I can basically afford to do the basic things that I'll need to do in life. But with them, it's quite hard for them. I speak to people and they couldn't finish school because my mom died or my dad died, and I don't have enough money to go to school. So now I have to be in the street. I want to be a house help because my dreams to become a doctor are shattered because of money. Do you see where I'm coming from? So one thing that that makes me or puts me, it just makes me sad sometimes is seeing people go through it, basically in Ghana. Yeah. But that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah. Apart from that, Ghana.
Apart from that, maybe development.
Yeah.
I would like to see Ghana. I feel like the Ghanaian people deserve better standards of living.
Of course.
I feel like they deserve better roads, better hospitals. Obviously that will come with time. But even at this current point, I feel like it's just something. Yeah. Obviously, every human being deserves
it. It
that.
needs to happen, exactly. It's mandatory.
But I feel like it's about time that Ghana, step it up a gear. And I feel like eventually we'll get there. Yeah.
So, Immanuel, you've actually been spreading a lot of wisdom and knowledge. So how do you intend to make a change here in Ghana?
So my overall plan, my dream, basically, is to eventually provide affordable housing in Ghana. So I'm talking about people that can buy maybe a 2-bedroom from $10,000 to $20,000. This is something affordable that, the average person that has worked, hard in their life can put this money together and buy a nice, good quality home in a nice area as well. So I feel like providing affordable housing for people is something which definitely pushes me and inspires me to keep going. So by God's grace, once I'm done, tackling a certain segment of the market, building and selling in the area that I'm doing now, I feel like eventually I would put financial gain aside and try to achieve a legacy or try to make an impact on people's lives by providing affordable housing.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Hopefully, God willing.
God willing, He'll make a way. So what advice would you give to anybody out there in the diaspora who want to move to Ghana? They're struggling, they don't know where to start.
I feel like if you want to move to Ghana, you need a plan. I didn't plan. I feel like I was blessed for things to fall in place the way they did. So, I was saying that I would be buying land and it would be appreciated. So I knew that I already had one foot in and I needed to come to Ghana to, turn these lands into some monetary gain eventually. It wasn't a plan, it was just something that I did. Maybe if I had planned it, I would have hit the ground running or I would have done things quicker. I feel like if you're coming to Ghana, you need a plan. You need a financial plan, you need that. You need to know what your heart truly desires. What are you coming here to do? What business do you want to set up? How long will it take you? Who am I going to do this with? You also need people that you trust.
Yes, that's a big thing.
Yeah, you need people that you trust. So trust could mean a family member. It could mean anyone. Sometimes you can't even trust your family member.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Sometimes.
So you just need people you trust to work with.
Yeah, take that leap of faith.
Exactly. So once you have people that you trust, once you have a plan and you have the desire, then you're good. Obviously, when you do come, sometimes it might get a bit frustrating because there's certain things that
we're not used to
that you wouldn't be able to, you just won't have access to here. Do you understand? So you realize that there's certain things you could have got in London that you can't get here, or there's certain things that you could have got for next to nothing, but over here you're paying a fortune. So you just have to get over those things, find ways around it, and you'll be fine, to be honest.
You'll be fine?
Yeah.
Wow, and you are a testimony to that. Emmanuel, thank you so much for sitting down with me and chatting with me. I'm sure a lot of people out there are going to be inspired by your story.
Hopefully.
Thank you so much. Thank you for watching another episode of Find Your Way Back. I'm Cathryn. Today we had special guest Immanuel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next week.
You know what? I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to put it on YouTube. And then you just watch my videos.
Right.
So I was here saying, hi, Mom. Hi, colleagues. See, we have milk in the shopping center.
Yeah.
We have deodorant. We have everything. That's how it started.
Okay.